am Norbert Edomah. I'm a Professor of Energy Systems and Policy based here at the School of Science and Technology, Pan Atlantic University. Over the past 5 years, I've been involved in all sorts of multiple projects, some funded by the UK Research and Innovation and others funded by the European Commission, that focuses more on helping us to understand the interaction and interplay between energy infrastructure systems and how people shape the kind of energy infrastructure we end up with. Now, in particular, there are two important projects I would like to talk about, which to a very large extent is informing policy and practice. So first is the Solar Hands-On Training and International Network of Exchange, which with the acronym SHINE. This project is funded by the European Commission and is a capacity building project where we focus on understanding the key drivers of solar systems adoption and use, and to also understand the key skill gaps that exist in order for us to be able to work out modalities in addressing the skill gaps and the challenges associated with solar systems deployment and use, not only in Nigeria, but in two other African countries of which we are focusing on. So it's Nigeria, Ghana, and Uganda. Now, what is it that we're trying to achieve with this project? First of all, we have actually worked on the first phase, which is the research phase. And in the research phase, we discuss with multiple stakeholders, including installers, including people involved in sales of different products and solar products, including policymakers, educators, TVET institutions, technical vocational education and training institutions, universities. We've also talked with people in government. For example, we are very much in touch with the House Committee on Renewable Energy in order to see clearly how what we are doing can actually influence the work that they do in all of these different sectors. And I must say, with the completion of that, we've done some important things. First is that we've been able to produce reports that actually talks and touches on the current status of TVET training in the solar sector in Africa, but also looking much more deeply at each of the country context. We've also been able to engage with different stakeholders, particularly at the national and regional level, where we are actually addressing some of these challenges in concrete terms. For example, I have been a member of a working group that have now recently tried to redefine solar training curriculum at HND level in Nigeria. This we are doing together with the National Board for Technical Education. And we are nearing the final stage where this will have to be approved by the board, and hopefully that will be rolled out across polytechnics in Nigeria. Also, we currently are at the stage where we are doing training of trainers with regards to these projects. And this is very important for us because it's not enough to say these are the gaps, but who are those that will help fill the gap? And these are teachers. These tend to be the missing link in many projects. And so, what we have done is, in terms of training of teachers, there are two main aspects. So first part is the online training, which is nearing conclusion now. And then there is a part where some of these learners selected trainers from some of the partner institutions working with us on this project, and they will have to travel to Spain for a 2-week hands-on job shadowing experience. And with this, they will be trained and mentored by experts in the field. And once they gain that experience and return, we'll enter the third phase of the project, where we will have a pilot training for some selected trainees in some targeted geographies. So we're going to have two of that. A part of it will be online, but there's also going to be a part that will be physical in some of the partner vet institutions that is working with us on this project. Why are we doing this? The ultimate aim is, first of all, having consulted different stakeholders and have gotten their input, we want to understand how all of these inputs, both from the point of view of stakeholders and from the point of view of the teachers themselves that we have trained, and of course what we'll also get from the pilot training of some target trainees, all of these will feed into developing a curriculum that truly addresses the multi-dimensional aspects of the challenges that we see, in order to ensure that whatever is now the final outcome are things that really addresses the needs not only of the industry but also of learners and also of the teachers. So something that is holistic and not just fragmented. So this is the key main thing that we're trying to achieve with this 3-year project that we've gotten support from the European Commission to do. And I think it's very exciting because there's been this continuous engagement, not at multi-country level really, to see how bringing in the experiences that we are gaining from this, we can actually better the cost of solar deployment in Africa.